Oh, hi, Dr. Henry. You probably saw that the CDC in the United States today issued new mask guidelines saying that Americans who are fully vaccinated can now take their masks off, both inside and outside, for any size gathering. Obviously, they have more fully vaccinated people than we do here in BC, but when can we expect guidance like that here in British Columbia about mask wearing inside and outside? What percentage of vaccinated adults do you want to see before we're going to be getting some sense of when we're going to have guidance like that?
Sure. So there's a couple of things about that. So we are not using only immunized percentage, although that's obviously an important piece, both first dose and second dose. We're also looking at the trends in transmission in our communities. And I know we spend a lot of time thinking about the day-to-day numbers, but really it's how do we look at the numbers over time, what's happening in our communities. So those are going to be some of the factors that we are putting into the Restart 2.0 that we're working with across government and the public health input into that. And it will have advice and direction and guidance on several different aspects, on things that we can do in our communities once we reach a certain level of protection through immunization, as well as seeing trends in the right direction for the other important factors, but also the individual level things that we can do. So expect to start seeing some of that after the May long weekend in more detail. And of course, I'm working with my colleagues across the country to make sure that we're all aligned in some of the messages that we're giving.
Shannon, do you have a follow-up?
Can you specifically let people know if they're outside? We had our top infectious disease expert, Dr. Sharkawi, say that if you've had one dose of vaccine, the chances of you contracting or spreading COVID outside is basically zero. So can people who are outside, assuming they're not in a great big giant jammed up crowd, take their mask off? What's your advice for outdoor mask wearing?
So we have always said that when you're outside, as long as you're as you say, not in a large group together, talking closely with people, that masks are optional. And we know that outside versus inside is much, much less risk. If there's any breeze at all, things disperse rapidly. So if somebody's walking by you or running by you on the sidewalk, even if they come right close to you, the chances of spreading COVID that way are zero, as close to zero as we can possibly get. So I think we need to be rational about wearing masks outside. I know many people, like myself, if I'm going between shops where I'm going to be putting it on and off, then it's just as easy to wear it. And particularly if we're in a crowded area or a crowded sidewalk, then it's just as easy to wear it as not. But I agree with him. I think the risks outside are so much less than inside. And, it's important to be able to get outside every day, and I encourage everybody to do that, especially now as we're able to do that more and more. Being outside is a safe way of being with people, keeping our distance, and especially after we've been immunized, we know that the risk goes down even more.